night CID at that time?
Yes.
And at that time, I mean, how many officers are working night CID? How many officers are available at SAPD to take these calls from all over the city?
I can't remember our exact staffing, but on average, I think we had 8 to 10 detectives at night. On average, I think is what it was.
Okay, and so if a patrol officer is reaching out to the night CID, is it kind of a rotation, or do you respond to just patrolmen in a particular district? How does that work?
We all just answer the phone. Whoever grabs the phone first takes the call from the officer, wherever it is. It's citywide. We don't have specific areas or anything like that.
Your Honor, I think this is the point in time you asked me to stop.
Members of the jury, I'm going to ask that you return to the jury room. We'll let you know when we're ready.
All rise for the jury.
You seated? All right, state.
On that date during that time period I mentioned, did you receive a call from a patrol officer on South Control?
I did.
And what was what was the purpose of the call?
They had a
And what guidance were they seeking from you, if any?
just so sometimes they have to notify us on felonies, right? On all felonies. And sometimes they're not seeking guidance, they just are making the notification. Correct? Or right? So this one, I believe, they advised me they initially thought it was a misdemeanor. They later discovered it was a felony. So I said, go ahead and write up the felony. They'd said that they'd issued a misdemeanor citation for the misdemeanor. So I told them, void it out, don't turn it in, void it out, and then just book the suspect for the felony criminal mischief, at which point they had told me they had already released her. So I said, well, where did she go? She went back to her apartment. I said, well, you can knock on the door, try to make contact. If you make contact, you can arrest her for the felony. Or if she answers the door, you make contact, you can arrest her for the felony. If not, just make sure you void out that ticket and list her as a suspect.
Okay. And what do you mean by write it up?
Write the offense report, write the felony offense report for the criminal mischief.
Okay. Did you give any direction to go into the apartment?
No, sir.
And would you have under a circumstance of that nature?
No, sir, that wouldn't have been my decision to make. Those types of tactical decisions fall on the patrol supervisors.
Okay. And so you didn't give that authority?
No, and we didn't have an arrest warrant, so no.
Yeah, okay. And was that the last you heard of it that evening?
No.
Tell us what's the next thing you learned?
I think it was maybe an hour and some change, a little less. An officer in trouble, E-Tone, came out for South Patrol, so I switched over and saw it was at that same apartment complex. Still didn't know what was going on. I didn't go out to the scene for the officer in trouble. But then later, my lieutenant called me. Lieutenant Podwika called and said, hey, there was an officer-involved shooting on that criminal mischief. From witnessing officers.
And did you go to headquarters or stay at headquarters and do that?
We're stationed at headquarters, the night CID unit stationed at headquarters, so I was already there. So I just went downstairs to the homicide office, asked the shooting team, I can't remember if it was the commander or I think it was probably the sergeant, who needed statements, and pointed me in that direction, grabbed an officer, I believe it was Officer M. Salinas, took her statement, went downstairs, got that approved, grabbed the second officer, D. Young, I believe it was, and took his written statement, and that was it.
Okay. Nothing further in the investigative way for you on that case?
No, sir.
Your Honor, that's what I intend to elicit.
Well, I mean, Mr. Salinas made the original objection to join it. They're attempting to use this witness to impeach a witness that we cannot recall. And I did want to point out, I didn't point it out before, but the witness invoked on their well, I guess it was their redirect, but the witness invoked when Mr. Harris was asking him questions, specifically so I think it's important because they caused that invocation. And now, they would be able to take advantage of them causing that invocation by putting on this witness, and we could not recall Officer Salinas to rebut Detective Thorne's testimony.
I'd like to cross-examine outside the presence of the jury on a matter that we would object to on relevance, and would like to do that outside the presence of the jury.
You want to do that now?
Yes.
Yes.
Officer Thornton, based upon your testimony, I reached the conclusion, tell me if this is a correct or incorrect conclusion, that not once did you tell them that entry into the residence would have been illegal. Is that correct?
Correct.
And it's your testimony that that decision would have been up to a supervisor and a supervisor alone, correct?
I didn't tell them they could go because we didn't have a warrant. So if we're going to make entry, if I don't say you can make entry into anything or not. It's based upon the law, and then supervisors are going to decide who's going to make entry.
Right, but I want to be clear is that you never gave an opinion to them about whether entry to pursue Melissa Perez would have been lawful or unlawful.
Correct. No opinion was given either way. Yes, sir. You're correct.
And there was no discussion about whether there was exigent circumstances or not to make entry, correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
And so, my understanding of your testimony is that the officer you spoke to would have been entitled to rely upon his supervisor for direction, correct?
Yes, his
Your Honor, well, I don't know if any other person wants to inquire, but I'll make our position known.
Just a couple questions. Detective, you have no personal knowledge of the contents of any conversation between Salinas and whoever his patrol sergeant would have been?
no, sir. None at all.
Detective Thornton, I appreciate you being here. I understand you participated in questioning witnesses in this officer-involved shooting, is that correct?
Witnessing officers. Yes, sir. Just taking their written statement.
Okay. And at any point in time, did the person in charge of the officer-involved shooting, Ronald Soto, ever suggest to you that any officer had attempted illegal?
We never talked about that. No, sir. I don't think I saw him. Like, he was out at the scene, and I took the statements. Later that morning, he gets back. I just say, here's the statements, and I go home and go to bed. It's been a long night.
I appreciate that, Detective. And I can't tell you the number in the rules and regulations that basically says that if you're aware of criminal conduct, that you shall not conceal that information.
Correct. Yes, sir.
And so, the officer-involved shooting, did you violate that rule by not telling people that the officers had made entry or attempted to make entry?
No, sir. I don't think I did.
Okay. You don't think you informed them, or you don't think you violated the rule?
I don't think I violated the rule. I don't know if I ever saw anybody make entry because I only watched the body cams from the two officers that I took statements with while they're taking their statements. So I don't remember if I saw anybody attempt to make entry or not, is what I'm saying there.
And do you recall which officers those were?
D. Young and M. Salinas. And I can't remember their badge numbers. They're in my report, though.
And when you watched Maria Salinas' body on camera, I'm sure you saw that she drew down on Melissa Perez at least twice, correct?
Maybe I can't say.
But this is beyond the scope of
Well,
what we're asked to do outside the presence of the jury.
I think this goes to, it may not go to this particular subject matter, but it certainly is going to go to whether or not they're going to grant immunity and to certain witnesses. And I think that this would be the opportune time to bring that up.
Well, I'm going to sustain the defense objection as it relates to the rest of this witness's testimony from the jury. So.
Meaning, how much of it do you want me to keep out? You want-
The entirety of the examination since the jury's left the room.
Okay.
You did say you watched Maria Salinas's body-worn camera.
Some of it, yes, sir, I believe so.
Okay, and so, I'd like to ask a question.
All right?
You did see, on her body-worn camera, officers trying to make entry into that apartment, did you not?
I may have, like I said, I can't remember. If you have the body cam, we could watch it, but I can't say yes or no, because it's not my statement that I'm taking, it's hers. So I'm asking her what happened, when it happened, what did you do, what did you see, and I'm just typing out her statement. So I'm not
I mean,
reviewing her body cam in that word.
Let me interrupt you. So this witness does not have any knowledge of the shooting?
No.
That's,
Well, only, he's taken statements from witnesses he has at secondhand.
sure. So that's the basis of the court's ruling. So we good? Are we good with this witness?
Yes, the whole purpose, Your Honor, was to explain that he'd gotten a call and, seeking permission to go further, and he said, this is the way I want you to handle it. Because Salinas had testified to that.
I think at this point it's better to be safe than sorry.
So, in Maria Salinas's statement, she said she saw Officer Villalobos jump over the fence into the balcony. Another officer told him to reach through the open window next to the glass door. I saw Officer Villalobos reach into the window and the female reappear.
I did sustain the defense objection.
Okay,
Oh, that's right.
we're good.
All right.
Well, Your Honor, what we'd like to do, since he's here, is, while he's here, introduce and publish the exhibits. Some exhibits that are already in evidence, videos,
Okay.
and play those videos.
All right, let's go ahead and bring in the jury.
Good, hold on.
Good? Yes.
Sorry, just real quick. Is he going to have Detective Thornton watch these videos and then comment on what he's seeing in those videos? Because that would make him some sort of expert witness. He has no knowledge about it. So if that's what they're planning on doing, and having Detective Thornton look at it and go, that's not policy, and that's wrong, or that's this, or that's that, I don't believe he has any ability to do that. We'd want a 705 on that.
What would be the purpose?
My purpose is, he's watched the video, the only questions I think I'd ask of him is if the people that he interviewed later, he can see them in the video and identify them. The M. Salinas and D. Young that he mentioned interviewed.
If he's gonna limit it to that, then I don't think that there's an issue with that.
Well, I would suggest that if those witnesses are going to testify, and there's no impediment by granting them immunity, then those witnesses should testify as to what they did. I think that's the better way to do it.
Okay.
They're in evidence.
All right, so, I'll allow what we just discussed with this witness. And then that'll be it. Great.
Judge, I just, for some reason, is the green light on? It's on? I- Okay. Yes, thank you.
Do you require a break? Are you good?
Oh, no, I'm fine.
Anybody require a break before the jury comes in? Huh?
Just for housekeeping to get prepared for it.
So you do need a quick little break?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's just take a super short break.
Thank you, Judge.
Del Prado, will you tap on that mic? Okay, thank you. What is that? Finally, someone that speaks loud.
I speak fast though, so let
That's
me know.
okay, as
Let
long
me
as I
know.
can hear you.
Let me know. Loud's never been an
I
issue.
feel like the officers need like some training on testifying.
Yeah. It comes with experience.
I guess so.
7 years on DWI testifying
And I hate
every
to
week.
get on them, because it's a pretty stressful situation.
I do.
Not too much, it's been a while. Dark side now. Wild. That's all right, man. Feel like I'm a detective life.
I gotta grab some water. I'm about to.
Go for it, man. Just good to see you anyways.
Nice to meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
I don't know if that's good or bad.
So, take care.
Mr. Lunan?
You know, I see Bancroft all the time now, speaking to guys who are on the dark side.
Well, he's not official. He's in
He's
the
more
gray.
family.
He's the gray side. I
Yeah.
wouldn't say he's dark side. He's
He's
gray
hilarious,
side.
yeah. So he comes out to Medina County a lot, because I was out there for about 3 years. So we still bullshit, because I remember him from the same night.
That's what she's telling me. Like, how'd you get all the experience testifying? Well, DWI trials.
Yeah, that's right.
That's where this
When I
experience.
tell these baby lawyers now, like, you gotta do a ride along. It will change
Was
the way you
were
see
you the
world.
one that was with me when we got shot at by the shotgun?
No.
'Cause I can't remember who that
It
was,
was
and I thought
no
it was
shooting.
you.
No.
God.
So we went.
Or was it the motorcycle guy? The guy that had the motorcycle, the red and blue lights on the motorcycle.
Yes,
that
that's
was
the
you.
night. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Long time ago. And I remember thinking like, because as a baby lawyer who never had any more life experience, I was like, what's the big deal? You're just out dealing with drunks. And I remember the whole night, I was like, oh my God, this is kind of scary.
Well, that and it's different when you can, like, you can watch videos all day long,
Yeah.
but when
Feeling like, to me, the big takeaway was like, when you'd stop someone, you'd run the plate or whatever, like, get red flashes or gang alert, whatever. And I'm like, oh, I think I understand now why you guys act the way you act.
Yeah.
In terms of control of the situation.
yeah.
Yeah, I wish more prosecutors did it.
I wish more tried DWIs. That's the same for them,
Yeah.
right?
Especially
the best way,
since
the best way to get experience is to do it.
And that's the same for
DWIs.
officers too.
DWI.
Now that they've made
Common
deferred,
spelling. I didn't spell it. I apologize.
now they've made deferred available on DWIs. You liking homicide?
Oh, I love it. I got 13 more years left. I can do it right there in the same chair I'm sitting in.
That's awesome. I'm happy for you, man. It's good to see you. I was happy to see your name in the file. I was like, oh man, I hope I get to see him. Yeah, that's cool, man.
It was though, the motorcycle guy. I remember that.
Ages ago.
Oh, I didn't stand up when the judge
Oh,
came.
you're good.
Rude of me. But in my defense, I got no warning. Usually there's a warning.
They're telling me in the back that I need to have one to service the phone. Yes.
So if I give you a look.
If you give me the look, I'll
Slow
slow it
down.
down. The answer, I was saying it as the hand was going up.
Yeah. We got a few fast talking attorneys, so.
You got some star-studded cast in
Yeah,
here, that's for
absolutely.
sure.
All right for the jury? May be seated.
All right, welcome back, members of the jury. State.
You're going to stay with ask and publish State's Exhibit 1, statement of body worn camera of Flores.
Yes.
Show it to the witness. Show Flores body worn camera.
Okay.
Is it on? You got,
you check with the officer and give the EMS up?
340, are you gonna need EMS? 340 negative. Sorry, somebody in process. Anyone, 61? Okay, 300 EMS, negative.
Yeah, copy.
And 340, just to confirm you are okay?
340, I'm okay. For some reason.
Okay, no problem. What's the hour? Just slow down, slow down.
1723, I'm on top.
1523, right.
Just I want to let that call so I don't start taking on the outbound.
Yeah, all right. Hey, if you're gonna continue on, you can slow down. Okay, copy.
I just finished talking to you. You doing okay? Yeah, just whatever. Some redness, some shaving, whatnot. Which shaving? Like one of those candles, those glass candles. Glass candle? Yeah, glass candle. Oh, candle. Yeah. So, which idea? She's in the apartment talking to us, but she has a hammer. We tried to go inside to apprehend her for the state jail for mischief. So when I pushed the screen in, she came at me with the hammer, pulled out my gun, she grabbed the glass, she threw it, and me on her. And so I just backed up.
Judge, can we pause this for a second? I'd ask that the state disable their pop-ups. It's interfering in the viewing of this video that's popped up about 5 or 6 times in the last few minutes.
Sure, Judge, you can give me just 1 second.
Okay.
He has a hammer in hand. Okay. Where's the front door of the apartment? Over here? Yeah, it's gonna be in this locker right here. Ramos and I tried kicking in, she barricaded with a chair. So that's why we went around to go through the screen door. Okay. Who else is it here? Ramos and Ramos. Okay. Okay, what is she, where's that candle that you to the side? No, I'm checking on the document. Okay. Okay. So we have a song appeal. Anybody? What about the, yeah. Just for GP. Where's that's the front door there, right? Yeah. She's got all her windows open. What's that again? She's got all her windows open.
Man, I'm Sergeant Flores, Central Police. Are you gonna make things more difficult, or are you just
No, I didn't make them difficult. Do you have a work, Sergeant
No,
Flores?
what I'm
Do you
asking
have a work?
What I'm asking you, are you gonna come out for us, or are you
Do
gonna...
you have a work?
I'm not here to negotiate.
No,
It's just real
do you
simple.
have a work?
No, we don't, and we don't need a
Okay,
warrant.
so you can't come in.
You assaulted one of my officers, we got
No,
every
I
right to get in
didn't.
there.
They assaulted me.
So, I'm gonna ask you one last time, are you gonna make things more complicated?
They assaulted
Okay,
me.
that's my answer, okay?
They assaulted
Hey, Salinas, where are you going? What are you doing this guy?
He's over there on the side.
Okay, can you go grab him real quick? Hi, you guys keep on. Just somebody keep on this front door, just in case there's... Yeah.
One person that's in there is a old man named that's veteran.
Oh, there's something else in there now?
Yeah. Windows.
Okay.
They're not, the glasses are down. So
We can go in and okay, gotcha. Yeah, let me talk to the main guy really fast. Just keep on there while we kind of hold it down. Hey guys, do me a favor. Back up a little bit. I'm gonna get the maintenance guy really quick before we walk and grab it. All right? Who's got a shield? Anybody got a shield? Who has a shield with him? Whoever has a shield, you grab it. Salinas. Okay, so you're the maintenance here.
yes, original maintenance for this property and other property.
Okay. David, go in there. Okay.
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay. After we kind of work this out, so I don't need you to.
I'll wait until the last one more.
Okay. What's the history with her?
Months ago, she broke into our leasing office.
Okay.
You should have some history there because we file like a stall, but they only count the chips and the soda that she walked in.
Okay.
But she had some history on the back. She was on jail for a couple of months,
Okay.
and she came back.
Okay.
So before that, they told me down the path because we just acquired these properties in July last year, but it looks like she has some kind of history behind it, which I don't know. That's what I heard. But the reason why she was apprehended
Right,
because she
you
has
also
some
need
warrants
to
on the back,
Okay.
on the past.
Okay. Gotcha. We're gonna go ahead and if you just hold tight for me, okay?
Yes.
Hey, Ed. Really quick, I mean, guy from there and as far as being able to be at the property, be able to grab her, he did assault, Salinas, Martha doing it. What is he holding?
A hammer, and a hammer.
Okay, sorry, so this door is open. Right, does anybody have less lethal with you guys? I mean, we can change it through the window and then just bust through the door if it makes good contact. Wait, does anybody have a rifle with less lethal?
Hey, does anybody got feedback? Feedback?
I got shotgun.
Sorry, got it.
Okay. Which one did he come? This one.
Yeah, okay.
This one, yeah, he reached to the window and unlocked it. Let's just go ahead and, let's go ahead and. How did you reach? Oh, this is how it's held. Let's wait for her home alone, right? No, she's got, not for this man. And she's ready to fight though, she came right at me, so. Yeah. Let's wait for Sergeant Rivera to get his less lethal. We'll go in with Shield, so maybe a contact person to keep communicating with her. And she has that, if, she has a hammer, so we'll do what we have to do, but hopefully we can get Sergeant Rivera to use his less lethal, So this one is open for sure, and it's not this one. This one. Okay. Alright, this one's that over there. So you gotta want to go right for it. Shotgun, shotgun. Does he have a key? He said he's able to get one. Sir, do you have a key over here?
I need to go to the leasing office and see if I have a copy of that. I'll be here in
Okay.
5 minutes.
We might just have to get the door open. I mean, then it put us a little bit more of a danger if she starts hearing keys. I just didn't know you had them available right now.
Okay.
You'll have to go through keys, right, to be able to find it?
I need to open, remove the alarm,
Okay.
get the look on the lease, what is the key, and get the key for you. That's it.
Okay.
If that is, that
Alright, you
is-
go grab it, you go grab it. Okay.
I think we're setting this wrong. What if I draw her back here to this back bedroom and let y'all go through the door?
That's where you go get the key.
This door's unlocked.
Right, but we're gonna have to cross that over, right?
But if
Cross over what I don't want
But
is.
if I draw her back here, that'll give you guys time to go over the red to the
Distract her.
side. Yeah, I'll be distracting her back there, get her back there. And if I need to, I've got the screen off, so if I need to, I can tase her,
Okay.
you know?
Sure.
And that way it gives you guys time to get without the taser on both ways. Because I'm not worried about the hammer. I mean,
Just get something
obviously-
with you, and we can deal with it, cause.
Okay, you want me to start drawing?
Yeah, let me just do this. If she stays over here, you might start on the way in, okay? And if we see her drawing that way, what we don't want is going from here, she starts working toward you.
Yeah, and then come
Cross
across.
back exactly. So, it's like that already. Where's she? She's in this room.
I can get it.
Hey, sorry, bring her. She don't have a hammer right now? Yeah. Right. Yeah, let's just wait for Sonya to get here with us. Let's see if we can go with anything else, okay?
If that was the case, I could just open the door and grab her. She doesn't go for the hammer right away? I can just go and grab her.
Where's the hammer that we need?
It's on the couch.
Okay.
It's a good bit away from her. She won't. But, whatever you want. I'm just saying I can get her.
I get you. Yeah.
I'll be able to reach in, I'll be able to unlock it.
The main's coming up. Oh. side. Cameras over here to the right. We're gonna cross over. I'll show you open. Yellow
Let's
goes
back,
back.
let's back some of these.
Yeah.
Back, maybe have two guys back.
Hey guys. Let's have most of y'all back up. Just two of y'all. Just two of y'all. Okay. I need you to back up here. Alright? Yellows. We're gonna have you over. Okay. We're gonna do this one here. This one here. Okay. This one here is right here. Alright? And then we cross over. That's what we did with this line over here, right? Okay. Andy, you over there? Yeah, that's one. Did you be able to pull it from here? So let's see.
Tell me where they're at.
Sure.
Well, tell me where they're at so we can make sure we get that as evidence. Exactly, and now we have to see that, because we're on the wrong. And so if we have all this evidence,
Hold on, B, hold on.
You ain't got no work.
Let's go. Move. Hammer down. Sit down.
hey, give us some medical stuff.
Hold on, let me get
Is he a mess on the scene?
check her arm and leg first.
I know she's seen the shoulder somewhere. I see entry wound, looks like the top of the back.
Alright, let's go ahead and get some tourniquets on her legs and her arms.
If she, yeah, let's find out where that blood's coming from.
Somebody check on the,
Hey, bro, just cut it all off.
check on him, check on the guy.
Yeah, cut it all off.
Yes. You good, sir? Yes, I'm good. Somebody check on him.
Are you good? You good, Dean? Yeah, I'm good. Make sure her legs are bleeding. Yeah.
I'm trying to find out where this blood is coming from. Right here, I have one right here. Top of that. Scissors!
I can get him over here. So, the window is open.
Alright, right here, to the chest. I got one under the arm as well, it looks like. Yeah, she's bleeding from underneath the armpit. Alright, this is gonna go underneath the armpit. Hey, Sarge. Sarge Rivera's asking. Here, bro, this is gonna get packed.
Can get open. Check on the, main staff and see. Whoever's in front. Yeah, I just trying to get the radio.
Yes, sir.
Come in very often.
Just a moment, could you put that right on?
Sure.
Yes, thank you.
I want to congratulate you on your promotion. Haven't seen you in a while, and I don't have any other questions for you. I'll pass it away.
Thanks, sir.
I have no questions.
No questions, Judge.
All right. The rule's been invoked. You know what that means?
Yes, sir.
All right, you're excused.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. Right, State, you can call your next witness. State will call Officer Andrew Chernick. I will swear you in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, you may need to adjust the microphone. Make sure everybody can hear you. Can you introduce yourself to the jury and spell your name for the court order?
I'm Officer Andrew Chernak. It's spelled Chernak.
Right, State. Sir, how long have you been a police?
Overall, 32 years, sir.
And how many different departments?
I've worked for 3 different departments.
Which are they?
I'm sorry.
Which are they?
I started at the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, and then I went over to the Hondo Police Department for about 8 or 9 years, and then I came to San Antonio.
You were a detective at the Hondo PD,
I had the title of corporal,
and you've been with SAPD for how long?
21 years.
Okay. Thank you for your time and your service. What substation are you currently assigned to?
I am currently with the Downtown Daylight Unit.
Okay. And in 2023, what substation were you assigned to?
I was working South Patrol Dog Watch.
And
At that time, I had 6130s, which is the area right there around Military and South Zarzamora, McCreeless Mall. Or no, excuse me, South Park Mall.
were you working the evening of Thursday, June 22nd, 2023 through Friday morning, June 23rd, 2023?
I was.
Over the course of your shift tonight, did you hear an E-tone come out over the net?
I did.
And what did you do when you heard that notice? What do you recall about it?
It was for an officer in trouble, and so I started heading towards that officer.
Okay. You know who that officer was?
I believe it was Officer Jonathan Salinas is the one they toned out.
Okay. And about how long did it take for you to get there from when you heard the tone?
Let's see, I was coming from Zarzamora and 410, so it probably took me 10 minutes or so.
All right. And where did you go to?
The Rosemont Apartments off of Old Pearsall.
Approximately how many of your colleagues were there when you arrived?
Ooh, I don't have an exact number, I'd say, but there was a bunch. There was quite a few of us there.
Okay. And did you see Officer Salinas when you arrived there?
I did.
Did you interact with him?
I did.
How was
At the time, I was just I just got where we were going. He seemed to be okay. I didn't see any blood or anything on him.
When you saw that, did that ease any apprehension you have? Did things kind of relax?
A little.
Okay. In fact, if I recall, you may have even made a joke with him.
I did.
Was it fair to say that was the only one in that mood, right mood?
I can't really speak for anybody else because they weren't really making any kind of comments about it, but it didn't seem like anybody else was too uptight.
Okay, apologize, sir. Did you find out what everything that led to the E-tone? What, after you checked on your fellow officers, what were your next steps? What did you do?
After I got there, it seemed that Miss Perez was inside her apartment. There was an officer talking to her. First, I don't remember which one. And I was getting told what happened, why we were there and everything. So we were just kind of getting caught up.
All right. Why were you were there for the E-tone?
Yes, sir.
Do you know anything about anything that preceded or caused the E-tone?
I did not.
At some point, the option formed. Who was in charge when you got there? Who was in charge of the scene that night?
That would have been Sergeant Flores.
And I apologize, I'm remiss. And did you respond to 6200 Old Pearsall Road, apartment 3102?
I believe that's the correct address.
All right. And you met, who was Miss Perez?
She was the tenant in that apartment.
Was there, from your experience, from your experience that night, was there what was the mission once you got there? What was the objective of your fellow officers? What were you trying to do?
Apparently, Miss Perez they'd had a previous call there involving her and she had ran into her house. That's about all I knew.
Your house, do you recall what was the objective of the officers? Those that had been there before you and those who were there when you got there, what were you trying to do?
At that time, I was trying to see where we were going to go. It's not my decision as to what we do. Is we take the lead from the officers that are handling it.
Okay. And I understand you said that Sergeant Flores was the officer handling it.
He was the sergeant in charge.
Okay. Who else was handling it with him?
As far as supervisor in charge.
Okay. So did he devise a plan or an option that, as you were on the ground?
There were several ideas that got discussed.
What were they?
It seemed like we were only going to try to get her out of the apartment. The plan that we had come up with involved a distraction to get her back Everything that we talked about was non-lethal. If we needed to, we could taser from there. Whether it was to take her to jail or take her to a hospital or whatever, that was the plan, or the idea anyway.
Initial plan.
That I thought was the final plan.
Okay. On some of those earlier plans, do you ever recall anybody discussing, I guess, a frontal assault over the fence and into the patio?
There had been some discussion about it. If I was able to get her to come back to the bedroom where she was more contained and they could go in, it was my understanding they said that the patio door was unlocked.
Okay.
So that they were going to try to go in there and approach her and tase her. If that didn't work, then there was a possibility that we may have gone through the bedroom window and come up behind her if she stayed up in the living room.
Okay. Was there a point you had to approach Sergeant Flores and offer him your thoughts about the plan, the first plan that was being developed?
I did.
What exactly did you say to him when you approached him?
I said maybe we needed to rethink this a little bit and come up with an idea that to get her into that back bedroom.
And so, and did you talk with him on that one occasion when you suggested a better idea, or on several occasions to refine?
We talked about it. I think there was 2 or 3 times we talked about it, about how we were going to approach it.
Do you remember how the plan, how was it supposed to be set in motion? Was there a key event that would initiate all the action?
Once was in place over at that window and I had a couple other officers with me, I was waiting for someone to give me a signal to start drawing her back there. You know, because we were in 2 different places and I wanted to make sure they were ready and we were ready, so whatever happened, we could deal with it.
Okay, so as I understand what you described, and for the record, when you said that when they were ready, we were ready, you were also gesturing with both your left and right hands. That suggests to me that this plan, at least by your understanding, had two stages.
Yes, sir.
Okay? And those stages, to be effective, they have to be synchronized. Correct?
Yes, sir.
All right? And that synchronization, there's an execution decision.
Usually.
Okay. Did you ever get any details about that execution decision?
I did not.
Okay. Did you seek it out?
I was about to step back and check with them, and that's when the shooting started.
Okay. What was your reaction when you first heard shots?
It surprised the heck out of me, to put it politely.
Yes, sir. Once you heard shots, then what did you and the officers who were with you, what did you do?
Once that window and going into the apartment.
Were you the first one in from the back bedroom?
Yes, sir. I went through the window first.
Okay. Do you remember who else came through with you?
I know Officer Rojas, believe Officer Young, and there may have been one more I don't remember.
Did any of, may I approach you?
Yes.
May I approach the witness, Your Honor?
Yes.
Officer, I'm showing you what has been marked at State's Exhibit number 26 for identification. What does State's 26 for identification show?
It's a picture of officers standing by a tree.
Okay, is one of them holding a particular object in his hands?
Yes, sir. He's holding a ballistic shield.
Is that Officer Young with the shield?
Yes, sir. That's Officer Dolan Young.
Okay, and does it fairly and accurately reflect your fellow officers as you saw them on the early morning of June 23rd, 2023 at about 1:59 a.m.?
Yes, sir.
Tender States 26 to defense for inspection. Move to introduce States 26 in evidence.
No objection.
Admitted.
And I will publish to the jury by handing it to them. Once after you heard the shots, you got into the apartment, what did you find?
We entered through the bedroom window. We came into the hallway that goes, it splits one direction. If you go straight ahead, it took it back to the master bedroom. To the right was the hallway going to the living room. We came around the corner of the bed, out of the bedroom door, and there's another bedroom right next door, and there was a gentleman in a bed in there.
Is that the first time you became aware of the...
I did not know he was there.
Say again?
I said I did not know he was there.
Okay. And what was the state of things in the living room as you made entry?
As we came around the corner into the living room, Miss Perez had slumped to the ground. The other officers had come in through the porch door and were assisting her in rendering aid.
Since you had multiple officers trying to render her aid, what did you all do?
We went ahead and did a protective sweep of the rest of the apartment, made sure nobody else was in there. Also make sure that nobody else had been hit. And then we tried to get the front door open that had been damaged.
And do you recall who did you work on getting the front door open?
Yes, sir.
And who else did you work with?
Officer Young.
And were you able to ultimately get that door open?
Yes, sir. We were able to finally get it open. They initially had paired me with Sergeant Flores as his buddy officer. But then it was found that it was determined that I was going to be carried as a witness, and so therefore I couldn't be his buddy officer.
Okay. And did you ultimately give a statement, since you were a witness officer, did you give a statement to your superiors later that day?
Everybody was in homicide giving a statement.
Were you wearing your issued body-worn camera in all the events tonight? And approach the witness, Your Honor.
Yes.
On you what has been marked as State's Exhibit number 27 for identification. You and I, Mr. Lunan, Mr. Escobar, have we met to discuss your involvement in this case and your possible testimony? Have we met before?
Yes, sir.
And on one of those occasions, did you have an opportunity to look at your body-worn camera
Yes, sir.
video? And did you, in this disc, which purports to be the body-worn camera footage of Officer Andrew Chernick, does the disc bear your initials on it?
Yes, sir. That's my initials and the badge number and the date we were met.
That's September 5th of 2025?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And move to introduce States 27. I'm sorry, this is Chernick is States 27.
Insofar as it's identical to defense 28 and 29, and the same representation that it hasn't been altered or spliced or anything, we have no objection.
It is that representation. Only difference is I think you said 2. He's got a minimal one from the round count. That footage is not on this list.
Understood, no objection.
Your Honor, I move to publish States 27.
All right, it's admitted, you can publish it. Right, members of the jury, I'm gonna ask that you take a short break. We'll let you know when we're ready.
All rise for the jury.
Procedure.
Yes.
I believe this video will depict that on two separate instances, this particular witness pried off the screen to the corner bedroom. There's 3 bedrooms, there's a master bedroom, there's the bedroom next to the patio, and there's the corner bedroom. He pried off the screen to the corner bedroom, or attempted to pry it off on 2 different occasions. I want to inquire whether the state is going to offer this witness immunity from prosecution for illegal entry or attempted illegal entry or trespass.
If he wishes immunity, we will agree to give him immunity. If he doesn't wish it, we can.
Well, I think that we should appoint an attorney to him to inquire, so he can make an informed decision.
All right, let me get a hold of the public defender's office.
And for the record,
I just did.
and for the record, Your Honor, we think that the state should have known that this issue would come up, and this is another deliberate act on the part of the state to monkey up this case. And again, we'd ask for a motion for mistrial with prejudice.
Any response?
It's not our intention to monkey up this case by his expression. As I said, we're willing to offer him immunity if he so wishes to invoke it or wish it.
All right, I'll deny the motion.
Excuse while we're report back immediately.
Are you able to hear me okay?
You're good.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Hi, my name's Stephen Gilmore. I've been appointed to help you out here. Just give me a second. Let me figure out what's going on. I'll be right back, okay?
Okay.